All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are, and welcome to Team Elite TV, episode 53. Can you guys believe it?
Yeah, 53. Yeah.
53 episodes, guys. 53 episodes of coaching, 53 episodes of encouragement, 53 episodes of how to succeed in your Jeunesse business. That's what Team Elite is about. You see, we've got a great lineup of leaders here, and we're all committed to helping you guys succeed. Hey, listen, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that my wife and I took a weekend getaway this weekend. And one of the things that I did is, I always encourage everybody, plan your life around Team Elite TV. And for so many people, it's amazing, guys, how little the obstacles are that keep them from being on Team Elite TV, right? But I mean, guys, I say look at it this way. We flew out. We planned our flight schedule around Team Elite TV. Certainly we could have had easily, based on the flight schedule, another 2 or 3 hours of chilling on the beach in Key Biscayne at the Ritz-Carlton. But you know what? We took a flight that got us back in Houston at 4:50 p.m. so that I would be able to get back home in time to do Team Elite TV. And for those of you who were on the training yesterday, you saw that even though I was, chilling on the weekend, having a weekend getaway, I still made sure that I did the training, for the Texas tour in terms of how to promote and how to put your meetings on. So all I'm trying to say, guys, is you can have a lot of fun. You can do all sorts of great things. We got off the plane. My wife got a chance to go to a baby shower, and still, Team Elite TV is happening on schedule. All I'm trying to say, folks, is that you can judge the size of your check by the size of the excuses that you'll make and the size of the obstacles that will keep you from doing the things that you need to do. So I want to challenge you guys to do that. Hey, let me introduce you to all the champions who are on here with me tonight. We've got, starting in Barbados, Rockstar just smashed it on J-World Live last week. Just amazing success story. Looking great, too. We got Pearl Executive, Jamie Lee St. John. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, T.Gray, I'm good. I just realized, look, I'm on the same shirt.
Get out of here. You got yours on, too?
Great minds think alike.
Hey, and you know what? Melinda started it tonight with the No Pressure, No Diamond t-shirts. We'll talk about that in a second. But it is crazy that you just showed up with yours on. That's just absolutely bananas. All right, cool. We're going to keep it Caribbean. We're going to Jamaica to Pearl Executive, Dynamo, Kimberly Davis. What up, Kim? How you doing? Oh, man, Kim, we can't hear you. I thought we had it solved earlier. We can't hear you. But everybody, I can tell you what Kim is saying. She's saying, hello, everybody. How you doing, beautiful people? Something like that, right? Okay. And then what I want to do now is I want to go to San Antonio to our Rockstar Jades, rocking it in the house. Melinda Martinez, Randy Martinez. What's up, people?
What's going on?
How is everybody tonight? We're super excited for the training tonight, and just to follow through from yesterday's training was just absolutely off the charts. So excited for the month of April for sure.
April is a new thing for us. We're doing some new stuff, right, Randy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, definitely. I got to hand it to Jamie for the other night on J-World. She did an awesome job. And I do have to say I did not make the training yesterday, but I did take and watch it and go back and watch the training, so I got everything caught back up. So we got to follow through, keep doing it.
Randy, and that's just the way it needs to be, right? Because, sometimes we just sincerely can't, right? Like in your business, you work on Saturdays. There's no way you could be on that training live. But you know what? You didn't use the fact that you had to put in a full day of work and you were tired and all that kind of stuff. You made it a priority to watch the training video, and just appreciate you for your leadership, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We got to all keep growing.
Awesome, awesome. And by the way, man, you're looking younger too, man. What did you do?
It's that Luminous.
Man,
Luminous and Zen.
Yep. And one other thing, it's called shaving, something that I did not do.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm real, crusty, man. It's hanging, and when you're hanging out on the beach with the salt and all that kind of stuff, it just makes you grow like a chia pet. It's crazy. All right. Well, speaking of looking younger, I see Mama Fati on there. What's up,
I'm
Chica?
back.
How you doing, Sapphire?
Good. I'm back. I was trying to log on the computer.
Well, you did it. You did it. Just so
Yeah.
excited to see you. That smile and that energy is just coming through, right? Awesome.
Yeah, we're excited that we're gonna start doing this. Like I said, the same Project 8, so it's gonna be good. We'll
Awesome.
see.
Good deal. Good deal.
I
Hey,
was a
Kate,
little bit
try
afraid.
again. We see you. We see that you made it back on.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Oh, finally. Happy Sunday, everybody. Team Elite. I'm happy to be on episode 52. And it's really going to be one of those episodes where everybody's saying no pressure, no diamond. So let's talk about it and let's get you guys back on track to achieve those goals for April.
See, I told you that's what she was saying, everybody. Awesome. Way to go, Kim. All right. And last, before we get started here with episode 53, we want to go out to California to our Sapphire Elite, none other than Sam Janvrin. What up, Sam?
Hey, what's going on? This is going to be an amazing episode. I'm glad that you switched the topics because, and that's what's so great, T.Gray, about your leadership, that you can change on a dime based on current circumstances and current momentum, and that's why it's so important to stay plugged in moment to moment, because you never know when things are going to change or things are going to be announced, all for your benefit. So, for all of our benefit. So let's stay plugged in and take great notes.
Awesome. And Sam is right. We had a different topic planned for today. We were going to really teach you guys.
Llévense el botellón de agua para que traigan agua también.
Exactly what Fatih said, right? We had a
That's
different
why I like
episode
I'm
planned.
so sorry.
We're going to teach you guys how to chase the business, how to drive it deep today. But when we take a look at where we are in the calendar, today is April 17th. We're literally just past the halfway mark for the month of April. And as I'm talking to people, I want to make sure that we help everybody achieve their goals. And so that's what tonight's going to really be about. Everybody on Team Elite set these goals for the month of April, and I want to make sure, these leaders and we all want to make sure that we help you achieve those goals. And we know that some of you guys are falling behind, and that's okay. We're going to help you get back on track. Now, before we do that, I just hey, Melinda, why don't you show everybody your T-shirt? Right?
I'm laughing.
Right. You got to talk when you do it, too, so that everybody can see you.
Say, no pressure, no diamond.
All right, so Melissa started the trend tonight. Showed up with her no pressure, no diamond T-shirt. So then I ran off and I got mine. Here you go, no pressure, no diamond, right? And then, Nick went and got his, but he dropped off the call, so he's got his no pressure, no diamond T-shirt on too. And then Jamie showed up, and she didn't even know that we were doing this. Jamie, show everybody your T-shirt. You got to talk when you're doing it so that the camera goes on.
No pressure, no.
Right, so she's got her no pressure. No, she just showed up with it, so we're like all in the same mind. And we want to thank Mama Fatih because she put the T-shirts together for us. And this is what we had for the was that Orlando? We had these, yes. Right? Orlando convention. Yep. We had these made. Yes. And I think it's perfect for what we're going to talk about tonight, because I know some folks are feeling pressure from trying to achieve their goals, right? And what happens normally when people get pressure is they run the other way. But then they wonder why they can't win. But you know what? Let me ask you guys a question. Do you know how diamonds are made? Right? We all know where diamonds come from. They come out of the diamond mine in the mountain, in the rock, right? But diamonds are made over thousands of years and millions of tons of pressure, right? Diamonds start out as coal in the rock, and the pressure of the mountain just pressing down on it is what eventually turns that lump of coal into diamonds. And what do they say about diamonds? They're so incredibly valuable. They're the hardest surface in the world, and diamonds are girls' best friend, right? So, but here's the deal. Could you imagine coal is a girl's best friend? Not really, right? Diamonds, right? But you can't have diamonds without
pressure.
You can't have diamonds without pressure. Pressure increases your value. Do you understand that? You start out as coal. but the pressure is what turns you into a diamond. Pressure makes you more valuable, and when you become more valuable, more money comes your way, more success comes your way, more freedom comes your way. So I want to challenge you guys, don't run from pressure. You know what we do on Team Elite? We eat pressure for breakfast.
That's true.
As a matter of fact, we're going to take PFC every 3 Zen, all the Zen people, and instead of protein, it's pressure. Fat and carbs.
There you go.
Include it in the diet. Include it in
But
the
you guys get
diet.
the idea.
You know,
It's part of
T.Gray,
the
that's
diet.
exactly
The breakfast-
why. That is exactly why I put the T-shirt on today. I woke up this morning and Randy was doing a couple of services, and I had meal prepping to do and some other things, and I'm like, I also need to truly focus on the remainder of the month, and had a couple of calls and sign-ups coming up, and so I really just felt like it was the day to put it on and really look forward instead of backwards.
Man, that is awesome. That's awesome.
Wow.
Hey, listen, anybody out there, wherever you are, if you want a no pressure, no diamond T-shirt, I think they are $25 US. Is that correct, Mama Fati, or is it more than that?
Yeah, I think it was like $25. I still have some left over. Actually, I ran to my room to see if I had them there, but I took them to the spa. I have them over there, but yeah, if somebody wants one, I have several that are already done. So.
All right, but let's get the price correct now, because whatever we say on air is what people are going to expect.
I think it was $25. I don't recall the price right now, but I think it was $25.
Okay, so because 25, and if you are someplace where it needs to be shipped, it's 25 plus shipping and handling. Okay, so there you go. The T-shirts will be $25. As a matter of fact, Mama Fati, I think you know what I think it was. Was it 30, Melinda?
I don't remember. I don't
remember either.
Okay, let's set a fair price right now, Mama Fati, because you're already.
Yeah, let's just do it for 25. I mean, it's. You know, I already had them made, and they're there. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have a limited quantity left. We might not have your size, but Mama Fati has some limited edition, no pressure, no diamond T-shirts, and it is very limited edition. So before we even think about going back to the presses and making some more, we want to sell the ones that she's got.
Yes.
So she'll make a post later on, and she'll let you know how many. And here's the deal. She's going to send you a PayPal, so make sure you pay. You will not get your T-shirt. You know how they say at the Chinese laundry, they say no ticket, no shirt. All right. So that's how we want to make sure we deal with each other properly. All right, let's get down to business. This is not going to be a super long episode tonight. We had some great training this weekend, so let's go ahead and just get down to what we need to cover. And again, you guys know we're halfway through April, so we're going to talk about how to get your goals done. Again, Zen Project 8, it is the hotness. And, a group of us, we are going to be starting up again tomorrow. For some folks, it'll be day one for the first time. For some of us, it'll be day one again. But it's tomorrow, Monday. We're kicking this thing off, and hopefully you guys will do this with us. Let's make sure that we are getting the word out there. This is an amazing, amazing program. I was talking to some folks this weekend, and I realized that people want to lose weight. They want to get in shape. They just don't know how to do it. And what I love about the Zen Project 8 program is that it really spells it out for you. If you want to know what kind of results you can achieve, go back and watch the post that we made of J-World Live Zen Project 8 edition this past Thursday, featuring none other than our very own Zen Queen, Jamie Lee St. John, and some amazing, amazing results. Go watch that, guys. Janess has an awesome new presentation. If you have not downloaded it yet, you can do so on our TeamEliteSuccess.com website. You can most certainly do this in your JCloud, your JTools, in your back office, but guess what? We made it easy for you. It's in our website as well. And by the way, I want to encourage you, bookmark the TeamEliteSuccess.com website. You should go to it every day. Get a little training, get a little inspiration every single day there. Janess introduced something new, compliance training. This is so incredibly awesome and so powerfully well done. I've worked with so many big corporations that don't have a training program that's as good as Janessa's. They've got training modules in terms of product knowledge, but they also have compliance training. You need to complete that if you're in the United States. You need to complete that if you're in Canada. Okay? If you don't complete that, you will not be able to get paid beyond basic retail commissions and customer acquisition bonuses, fast start bonuses. But beyond that, you won't get paid unless you take the compliance training and complete it. So complete yours. I completed mine. I posted it in the group. Let's rock and roll. We're focused on Expo 2016 in Orlando. This is going to be incredible in October. If you don't know how big this is going to be, if you think this is going to be just some little thing, go in our Facebook group and watch some of the videos from yesterday's event in Rome. Yesterday's event in Rome was a one-day event, a Janessa University event in Rome. It was crazy. It was off the chain. It was first class all the way, and Expo 2016 will be that times 10, right, with 20,000 people. So you've got to be there, guys. It's going to be amazing. Go ahead and buy your ticket now. Don't let this event sell out on you. And guess what? Our upline diamond director, Adam Vincent Gilmer, has put on a promotion where you could actually go for free. Now, here's the thing. I think sometimes people get it mixed up. Because you can get a free ticket, some people don't register. That's the surest way to not have a ticket at all. What I encourage you to do is go ahead and register and get a free ticket. And you know what? If you qualify and you get your ticket for free, right, I would recommend that what you do is if Adam has a ticket, take his ticket and then use your ticket to get someone else in your group to come. Right? So guys, just start thinking and let's model our behavior after the example that Adam is setting for us, where we actually sow into our business, invest into our business, okay? Now, if you qualify Sapphire with 12 executives, you get your ticket for free. You do 15,000 points between March 1 to June 30. That means you can do it, guys. I mean, come on, how many months is that? March, April, May, June, 4-month period of time. We're going to look at your total personal group volume, and if it's 15,000 or greater, you get your event ticket and your hotel. 30,000, you get your airfare included in that as well, up to 500. Or if you go from Sapphire to Sapphire Elite, or Sapphire Elite to Ruby, or Ruby to Emerald, guess what? You get everything included as well. But this is only for the first 100 people. Make sure you're in it. Don't miss it. Okay? So the other, let's continue on here. We set our April focus, and we said we were going to be volume conscious, right? And our April goal is what, guys? Sponsor what?
Sponsor 10.
Sponsor 10. Everybody sponsor 10. So everybody is focused on sponsoring 10 people themselves. I like Doris Lopez. She says, I'm going to be the first person to get my 10, okay? Now, I don't know if she said that publicly, but I said it publicly for her, just so that the rest of you could realize that Doris has turned this into a competition.
Love it. Time to rock and roll.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Yep. All right? And in the process of doing that, we're also focused on helping people become executives in 4 to 8 hours. And here's an encouragement to all of these leaders. When people in your group, right? When people in your group enroll a new person, so maybe Mama Fati, you have somebody you sponsored, and they sponsor somebody, and they sponsor somebody, and now it's April, and way down there they sponsor a new person. You as the leader need to get in there and help that brand new person down at the bottom become an executive in 4 to 8 hours, okay? And that applies to every one of our leaders, and myself. We're looking for people, brand new people that join the business, so we can roll up our sleeves and help those people go executive in 4 to 8 hours, because we have to start creating these first day executive stories, okay? And we trained on that last week, remember? How to create executives in the first day. So come on, guys, that's our goal that we're working on. Okay. Now, how do you sponsor 10? So you got to make a list, at least 100 people. Now, everybody who's watching live or watching this recording, here's my question: did you do it? Did you
Yes.
actually do this? Did you make a list? Does it have 100 people on it? Now, let me ask you guys. I'm gonna stop for a second. I want to ask you guys, why do you think I'm asking, did you do it?
Because you want to know if we actually took the training and took it to activity level, or if we're only saying that, yes, we watched the training.
Yep, absolutely, right? And what do you guys think it is that most people do?
Watch the training.
Right, exactly. So, I've got to ask that question. Go ahead, Jamie, sorry. Jamie, I'm sorry.
No, I
what
was saying most people will watch the training but not apply the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Right, they will watch and not apply.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. We can hear you. You said people will watch it and they will not apply.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. And so when you think about that for a second, this now creates an opportunity for us to see why some people might be falling behind on their April goals. Because you can't do extraordinary things, right? Think about the word extraordinary, and it's really formed of two words coming together. Extraordinary, right? So extraordinary, bigger than normal, better than average, right? So if you want to have bigger than normal, better than average results, and live a bigger than normal and better than average lifestyle, what can't you do?
Not apply the knowledge that is given to us.
Can't be ordinary.
You can't be ordinary. And what do ordinary people do? What do average people do?
Very little.
The same as everybody else.
Exactly. Average people do average people things, and that's why average people get average people results. So average people will sit and watch a training like this and say, oh, that's a great training. I'm going to go do all that stuff. Training is over. They get all sidetracked and go do their regular life. And here we are 17 days later, and they never made a list. So I'm challenging you, Team Elite. I'm challenging you. If you want extraordinary results, I'm challenging you to be extraordinary and make extraordinary decisions and do extraordinary things. Whenever you start to think you want to do, you just kind of want to slide, and you say, okay, I don't feel like I'm going to watch Team Elite TV tonight. I'm just kind of whatever. Or I'm going to do it tomorrow. You got to ask yourself. When you start challenging yourself, say, is this extraordinary thinking or average people thinking? Right? I'm going to challenge you to do that, and let's see what happens to your results. So the first step in sponsoring 10 was make a list, 100 people. The second was to use the first 10 days of the month, the first third of the month, for massive exposure. So what's my next question? Did you do it, right? Folks, did you do it? How many people did you present to? Right? So what we're doing now is we're doing a mid-month checkup. Okay? We're just saying, okay, where are we? We're doing a progress check. We're doing a mid-month checkup. So what you want to do is you want to pull out your 90-day action plan. And by the way, is that on the screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so your 90-day action plan should be filled out. It should have April in the month 1 section, and it should have the dates of the weeks, right? So that would be, you'd have if you kind of work backwards, you'd have 4/17 in this box. You'd have 4/10 in this box, and then you'd have 4/3 in this box, right? And down in the weekly goal column, you'd have your goals for what you want to do each week. How many product demos, how many samples, how many business presentations. And then in these boxes, underneath the dates, you'd have the actuals. What did you actually do? And I got a question for you. What does yours look like? What does yours look like? Now, let me ask you guys a question. What do you think average people, their 90-day action plan, what do you think theirs looks like?
Blank.
What if I told you that it wasn't blank? What if I told you, Melinda, that it's worse than blank?
It's not printed out yet.
It's not even printed out yet. They never downloaded it. Every week they go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to that website. That's what he said last week. I'm gonna go to the website and print it out, and they never get around to doing it. Jamie is cracking up. What do you think about that, Jamie? Hi, Jamie. What do you think? What do you think, Jamie?
It's not actually funny, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm. You know how sad it is, Jamie? Here's what happens. So it really does happen just like that. If they see the training or the recording, go, yeah, I'm gonna do it, right? We post it in the group. They go, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. I'll come back to it. They never come back to it. They don't do it. They don't win. They do their auto ship. 2, 3, 4 months. And then they say, oh, I've got all this product coming in my house. I'm not making any money. Finish the sentence. This business
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Meanwhile, what doesn't work? They don't work.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm challenging you guys, Team Elite, you're watching, and I'm asking you, do you work? Do you do the things that you're taught to do? If you do them right away, you're going to win. Write this in your notes. The most successful people in network marketing are the ones who do what their successful coaches and upline teach them to do without question and without delay. Those are the ones. If you're the ones who are doing it with delay or not doing it at all, you're not going to be in the successful group, guys, right? So I want to challenge you guys on that one. Let's make sure that we are doing that. Okay, so then the next thing that we learned as we were going through this, all right, so I just wanted, let me see if I can do this in order now. Let me go back. Okay, so we did the tracker, right? Then what came next after the tracker?
Calendar.
The calendar, right? So let's go to the calendar. And let me ask you this question. Is the calendar on the screen by itself, or is it still that slide?
It's the slide.
The slide? Okay, no problem. I will get that fixed. Hold on. So let me go over here. Let me change this so that we're looking at the calendar. Are you seeing the calendar now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the calendar, okay? And we put together this neat calendar because what this calendar does is it allows you to see the entire month as a snapshot. It's like the GPS in my car, guys, right? So the GPS in my car, I set the destination, and it maps out the route, and then it zooms all the way in to exactly where I am, and it only shows me like 1 or 2 turns ahead, right? Does yours do the same thing? Pretty much, right? 1 turn ahead, 2 turns ahead at the most. And that's like a normal daily view calendar. It'll only show you the day. Or maybe you have a weekly view. It'll show you the next few days, right? But sometimes what I'll do is, because when it's just kind of feeding me 1 turn at a time, 1 2 turns at a time, I don't really know where I'm going, and I kind of get a little bit lost in the weeds. And so I turn the little thing, and it zooms out, and then ultimately I can see the entire route. And I go, oh, it's taking me this way. And I can kind of see my progress versus the entire route. Well, same thing with your calendar. The reason we gave you guys this month-at-a-glance calendar template is because it will show you it'll give you the big picture view of what's going on in your business, right? Because it's easy to get caught up in today. It's easy to get caught up in the past to your today plus yesterday and maybe the next day. But this is going to show you the whole week, and you can see what's really going on, right? And so my question is, what does your calendar look like? Because what did we say about the calendar? And the calendar in relationship to your check?
Blank calendar, empty bank account.
Blank calendar, empty bank account. And I love the way Kim says it because she's got that wonderful accent, right? She goes, what accent? T.Gray, you're the one with the accent.
There you go.
But in any event, blank calendar is an empty bank account, right? So let me ask you guys a question. Average people, what do you think their calendar looks like?
Not downloaded yet?
You're such a quick learner. I love it. Exactly. They didn't even download it yet. Right? And so I just want to challenge you guys. Do what we're teaching you to do. I know we don't say it just because it sounds good. We do it because, you know, it actually makes sense. As a matter of fact, Randy, I like to say it this way. It makes dollars and cents.
It does.
Right? All right. So that was the next thing. It was the calendar. Did you do your calendar, guys? So what does your calendar look like? Now, anybody who's actually doing this, I'm happy to do a coaching session with you to see where you are. If you're willing to show me your 90-day action plan and your calendar, and you actually got some stuff on it, I am happy to carve out some time. I'll take 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll look at your 90-day action plan. I'll look at your calendar. We'll talk about what's going on. I'll help you tweak it, and believe me, that's some of the best coaching time you'll ever get, right? Okay, then we launched this new power tool, the Fast Start Game Plan, right? And this was amazing because if you do this, now by the way, let me ask you guys, these leaders here, when do you do the Fast Start Game Plan?
After you've done a full presentation.
Yep, absolutely. But that's only half the answer, right? What's the other half of the answer?
Before they sign up.
Let's get the words right. Before
sign up.
Almost, guys. Almost. You know that game, Hot and Cold? You're so warm. Get warmer. Get warmer. Get warmer. Right? So after the presentation and before you ask them to sign up. Okay? Very important. Before you even ask them to sign up, you show them that Fast Start Game Plan, and that's because it's going to help them to see how they can make their money back if they do an ambassador pack. So that now when you ask them to sign up and you talk about ambassador pack, it's already programmed in. There's not going to be a negative knee-jerk reaction. You know, you've already shown them how they can make $1,000 because the ambassador pack is $1,000. And then it's just a whole receptivity of it is going to be totally different if you do that. Now, what are the ways that you can do the Fast Start Game Plan?
We can push play.
You can push play, right? Let me do it for you on the recording.
Or you can do it on a blank piece of paper.
You could do it on a blank piece of paper. That's right, absolutely. And by the way, anybody who's doing presentations in their market, you know, if you want the PDF version of it, I think is it downloadable on the site? I think we made it downloadable on the site.
Yes,
it is?
Yes.
Yep, so you can download it on the site, and you can actually download it to your tablet, so you can have it. But I do recommend that everybody learn how to draw it. There's something magical in it, and I'm looking forward to the Texas tour, because in the Texas tour I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over the plan with Adam, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to have me do the close of each one, and I'm going to draw that or use the PDF, one of the two. But you know, the reason I asked for whiteboards is because I really want to draw it. And if the room is configured in such a way where if I draw it, everyone can see it, I'm going to draw it. Otherwise, I'll just use the projector and do it on the screen. But at the end of the day, that's such a powerful secret weapon. And you can measure your success by how many times you've done that in a week. How many times did you do the Fast Start Game Plan, Fast Track to 1,000 game plan in a week, right? Because that's going to give you an idea of how many times you're getting that far in the presentation. So I want to challenge you guys. Let's do that, okay? And then we said leverage the events. You know, so we had Nigeria on here. Those events came in wet. We had Rome on here. That was yesterday. And now what's coming up next is April 23 in Miami. And so I want to encourage people, use that event. There's going to be a strong Zen Project 8 thing there. You see Mark McDonald's going to be there himself. And then we have the Texas tour. And this is a ticketed event, and we want to encourage everybody to use that. And if you missed a training yesterday, and even if you saw it yesterday, you want to watch that over and over again. And we set that up as a 3-video playlist on the Team Elite YouTube channel. And we taught everybody how to set up their meeting so that it rocks, and how to promote and invite so that people actually show up. And even if you didn't have Texas business, we want everybody to watch that, because guess what? I'm going to be coming to the Caribbean soon. So Kim and Nick, when we come to Jamaica, you know, you guys will already know how to do this, and your team should be able to pack out those rooms. Same thing with you, Jamie. When we come to Barbados, same thing, right? That team should be ready, and you know, ready to do that. And you know, I use you guys as examples because we've worked together in the past, and you guys have literally put. I think the last time I did meetings in Jamaica with Kim and with Nick, we had, you know, easily 300 plus people showing up. And the last meetings that we did in Barbados with Jamie and Russell and the crew there, we had literally, you know, Jamie, I was looking at the pictures, and there was one meeting that we did, we had 400 plus people, and we had to turn people away. Remember that?
There are big meetings, yeah.
Yep. So we're going to be doing that again, because that was because people knew how to promote and not just to announce. And then another huge event is that Adam is doing April 80-23-65, April 29 to May 1 here in Houston. And I just really want to encourage everybody, please do yourself a favor. Come to this event. I don't care where you are in the world. You need to be here for this. It's going to make a difference in your business. Okay, so you know, that's what we've been talking about all month. And for some of the folks who are watching, they're saying, "Wow, it's the same thing each week." And I want you to write this in your notes. Repetition is the mother of skill. Who does skill call mama? Repetition. All right? Repetition is the mother of skill. How do we get good? Repetition. How do we win? Repetition. So, you know, we're going to repeat, you know, and sometimes we're going to hold off, like Sam said earlier, we're going to hold off in introducing new concepts to make sure that we get the old concepts down. So I want you to think about your business. You know, so we got some folks now started out with us, and you're a little bit behind. Let me ask you guys a question, you leaders who are on here. How could a person kind of diagnose their month? What would your suggestions and thoughts be?
Blank.
Well, for me, I think that knows how to, you know, their trackers, I think, would probably be the best representation for them to follow or to look at.
Exactly. Right. So you pull out your tracker, you pull out your calendar, right? You look at what your goals are. Now listen, folks. If you pull out your if when we say pull out your tracker, you don't have one, and you've been with us since the beginning of April, guess what? I don't want you to feel down, but I do want you to feel like, okay, I need to change some things about my behavior and my success philosophy so that I can win, okay? And I want you to get to the point where you need to develop a winning personality, right? And a winning philosophy. And you know what a winning philosophy is? Write this down in your notes. W-I-N. Win. You know what that stands for? What's important now. And I want you to affirm right now. I want you to say this. I always do what's important now. How about we all say it together here, a panel that's on here. I always do what's important now. We say it together. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I always do what's important now. That's how you win. That's what WIN stands for. W-I-N. What's important now. If you want to make money, remember we said April activity, April volume, April hard work, April sacrifices equals May paycheck, right? Mm-hmm. So if you want May paycheck, what do you need to do? What's important now? What is important now? Download your tracker. Get quiet. Set your goals. If you already did that, now what you want to do is you want to pull out your tracker, which, by the way, should be crumpled up and dog-eared and fingerprints, maybe a little ketchup and coffee on it because you check it every day, right? And now you want to look at it and say, okay, where am I versus these goals? Now, my next question to you is this, and by the way, you can plot your calendar too, right? What's supposed to be on the calendar? All your presentations. Now, if your calendar is blank, that means you haven't done any presentations. If you haven't done any presentations, you want to ask yourself, well, why didn't I do any presentations? Now, if you go back to your tracker, see, the tracker was designed to help you track what leads to the end result. Watch this. We're going to go to this tracker now. We're going to see the science behind the tracker. All right, what are you seeing on your screen right now, guys?
Your tracker.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we got the tracker on here, right? Okay. So we said if you wanted to have new business partners, what are the things that create new business partners?
The presentations, one-on-one,
Demos.
day parties.
See, I'm making it bigger. There it goes, right?
Demos.
Right? So in the new business partner section, these are the things, these are the activities that will give you new business partners. If you haven't enrolled anybody, my question is, how many videos did you send out? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
How many presentations did you do? How many people did you present to? So if we're 17 days into the month and you only presented to 3 people, what does that mean? Low opportunity to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're 17 days into the month and you already presented to 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, high opportunity to be successful, because now we're gonna focus now on the closing things. So for example, if I'm sitting down with you and you say, look, in the video set, and we look at the first 3 weeks of the month, this one, and this one, and between those 3 weeks, you sent out, let's say, 100 videos, and you've done, say, 20 or 25 presentations, and you presented to, let's say, 25 or 30 people, then when I'm coaching you on how we're going to help you get your desired result for the month, I'm going to say, great. Now let's really focus on following up with those 25, 30 people, right? Let's get them into our BAM FAM system, book a meeting from a meeting. Let's do some 3-way calls, right? Like Nick, before this episode, he booked a 3-way call with me for tomorrow, okay? Are you using 3-way calls? And that person will do a 3-way call with me, and maybe they'll do a 3-way call with Sam also. Maybe they'll do a 3-way call, with Marcia. And then maybe we'll put them on JWorld Live, because JWorld Live is like a 3-way call. And if they don't have the ability to watch it live on their phone, Nick will send them the recording, right? But bottom line is we'll now put them through the follow-up steps of the process, and you know what that's going to lead to? New business partners that we can report, okay? The ones that say no, we're going to make them into customers, so that's going to get us up here, right? And Nick and his crew, they went out to Montego Bay, I think, yesterday or someplace, and they did a whole bunch of product demos. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to lead to customers, all right? So like Jamie said, if we pull out our tracker and we go back and we look at what we're doing, we can see where we are. So now let's just answer the hard question. What about the folks that are falling behind? They had great goals, they had great intentions at the beginning of the month, and now here we are, they are falling behind. What can they do to fix it?
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go, Kim.
Okay, great. And I'm listening to you guys, T.Gray, and I'm encouraged because following up on that question, I find a lot of persons, yes, they make the goals, yes, they have the tracker, the calendars are there, but at some point we start to feel down because we're not getting the results right away. We're not getting, we share the presentation and people are excited and they want to come on board, but they don't come on right away, and a lot of persons get distracted. And I just want to put that onto, it's just that we always talk about average people and successful people, and the average mindset versus a successful mindset. And what average people will do is that they will stop doing what they're supposed to do and go back to what wasn't working in the first place, as opposed to sticking with the plan and being consistent and persistent. Because the truth is, if it was easy, everyone would do it. And if the result would come right away, everyone would be diamonds. But for some of us, for all of us, as a matter of fact, what we're trying to achieve here, we have never done it before. And so what's that going to do is take us outside of our comfort zone. And for many of us, we go outside of our comfort zone to start sharing and start prospecting. But we step back because we don't get the instant result that we're looking for. And for us to get consistent results and to move forward, we have to stay outside of the comfort zone where things are not so comfortable for us to stay there, work there, build ourselves up. And then, I mean, once we stick with that process, we are definitely going to get the results. So I think being consistent and persistent, keep a track of the goals that you have to achieve, trust yourself, trust the system that we have, the support that we have from our leaders, and we can't go wrong. Because I always say, if you quit, you can't win, so just stay in the game.
Wow, Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was one of those, where have you been hiding moments. We like that. Hey, you know what I say after that? What she said.
What she said.
What she said, exactly what she said, right? And you know what else? What Karen Whitfield Ortiz said. She's one of our Jades, and she said, you know, when people don't do what they're supposed to do, they kind of have these good intentions, right? Kind of like what Kim was talking about. You know, those minutes, she said, they turn into hours. The hours turn into days. The days turn into weeks. The weeks turn into months, and suddenly it turns into years of you meaning to do, getting ready to do the stuff that that's going to help you to be successful. And so, got to go ahead and do what you're supposed to do, right? And then, Marcia says you got to master the mundane. That's what Kim was saying just now. People get bored with the basics. Write that in your notes. Don't get bored with the basics, right? So Kim said, you do the presentations, you do that stuff. And then people don't decide immediately, right? You don't get an immediate result. There's some people say no. Those first group of people don't say yes right away, and then average people, they just crumble, right? And they go back to doing what wasn't working. I love the way Kim said that, right? Don't go back to doing what wasn't working. You gotta commit to the process. You gotta commit to the journey. So if you're looking at all this and you realize, okay, I'm behind my goal. My goal for the month was 1,000 points, and here we are 17 days in, and I only have 100 points, or I only have 200 points, and it just seems like it's so big. Number one, I would tell you guys, just recommit. Go back, look at your goal for the month, divide the remaining part of the month into 3, right? So what do we have left? We've got 13 days left in the month. So over the next 4 or 5 days, you want to make sure you do all your presentations, so that we can use the remaining days after that to do the follow-ups and let us help you. Look at your tracker. You can see which activities are missing. You might be doing all the presentations. You might be doing all the demos, but you might not be doing any 3-way calls, which means you're relying on yourself to close your people. And that's always going to be a way to fail. We don't close our own people, right? We leverage our upline all the time. I do 3-ways all the time with my upline, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. As a matter of fact, one of the things I want to do is I want to make sure that Sam has an opportunity to weigh in here, because Sam, I know you've coached lots of people, helped different people to succeed. So here we are. It's mid-month. What is your advice to everybody who's watching? And I'm not sure if that's a live feed. Sam might actually be frozen. It happens sometimes, folks. It happens. Okay. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that we honored Sam and we made sure that we gave her the opportunity to chime in there. So the key thing, guys, is don't give up. Recommit. Just kind of regroup. take a look at where you are, and here's the best advice I could give you. You ready? Call for help. Don't be so proud. Don't be ashamed, and don't be proud.
Yeah.
Just call for help. Raise your hand. Any one of us that are in your upline, definitely don't go cross line for help.
Mm-hmm.
But go to your upline for help. You know, if Mama Fati is your upline, call her up. Message her. Hey, I set a goal for the month. I'm behind. Will you help me? If Jamie's your upline, same thing. Any of these leaders, Kim, Nick, Sam, Melinda, Randy, myself, just say, hey, look, I need your help so I can get back on track for the rest of the month. Now, that comes with responsibility, because if we're going to carve out some time to help you, we're doing that on the belief that you're going to do what we ask you to do. You're going to do what we coach you to do. Maybe you didn't do it the first 17 days of the month, but now we're going to do it on the understanding that you're going to change that, and we're going to go and do that and start getting better results for the rest of the month. So that said, I only have one other thing here. Randy wanted me to tell you guys that there's no Austin meeting. That's right. We did not update the slide, Randy. Thanks. That's a good catch. It's San Antonio on Wednesday the 27th, not Austin. Okay? Cool. Well, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity for parting shots. We're going to start with Mama Fati, and we're going to go across the way here, and we're going to give each of you an opportunity to take 30 seconds to say something encouraging to everyone who's watching. Mama Fati, you go first. That might be another frozen feed over there. Okay, Jamie, you go.
Okay, you hearing me?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to encourage everyone. If you feel as though it's been a rough week or you're having a rough month altogether, just sit back, take a couple minutes, and remember why you started Jeunesse in the first place. What was the reason for starting Jeunesse? And if you slip back into the daily rut, sit back and remember why you started, and know that tomorrow is a fresh day, that you can, get back on plan and do what you need to do, whatever it is you want to achieve. So leave the past behind, leave whatever you've messed up on behind, and move forward with a positive mindset.
Way to go, Jamie. That's what I'm talking about. No pressure, no diamonds. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, Jamie. What about you, Kim? What have you got to say as a parting shot to everybody?
Okay, great. Well, earlier you said, T.Gray, repetition is the mother of learning. I'm going to add to that and say it is the mother, father, sister, and first cousin of learning. So just stick with the mundane. And for me, I've decided I'm not going to put my future in the hands of somebody who's going to tell me no for a great opportunity. I'm going to push because I know what I deserve, my son deserves, my family deserve. So each time I get down, I go back to my why, and that keeps me motivated. So stay in the game, guys. We are going to win together.
I swear Kim just said repetition is the whole family reunion of learning. I love it. Way to go, Kim. All right, Martinez family.
Okay, I first of all agree with Jamie. Definitely remember why you started. Why are we here? Why did you decide to do this? Stay in the game. Don't quit. There's times we're all going to hit those rough times. It's like, man, what am I doing? Well, remember, we're here. We're growing together. We have a wonderful leadership staff and team. It's just unbelievable. And remember, you go to work every day and you work for somebody else for 12 hours a day. Can you commit at least to yourself 1 hour a day to get this going? What's our future like? That's what I'm doing. It's time to get my future where I want it to be, to take that 3-day weekend like you did, T.Gray. That's awesome.
Awesome, man. Thanks a lot. And you know what? That was, Randy, that was an amazing thing. It's the kind of thing, it's like if you read my wife's post, it's something I've been talking about for a long time, right? Just because we can, right? And, we had the big birthday party for my son last weekend, and that whole thing was real stressful. And, just to take the pressure off, I'm like, hey, you know what? We're out of here. Let's go, right? Literally, last minute, let's go down to Miami. Let's stay at the Ritz-Carlton. Let's hang out on the beach. Let's eat great food and have a good time. And and come back without the stress. Let's go take the stress to Miami and drown it on the beach. And that's what we did. And it was ugly, and the police came and all that kind of stuff. But here we are without the stress, right? So, Randy, you know what? Everybody should be able to do that. That's a great goal. All right, Melinda, your turn.
Well, I want to, first of all, thank Damari for he just started today, and he has been on the training, so I definitely appreciate that. And today when we were signing him up, he games. He's a gamer, has been since he was 12, and he said, you know, this business reminds me of what it takes. It takes being consistent, because even when you start, you don't have the sponsorships, you don't have the skill set, so you have to grow it. And so no matter what you've done in your life, you have to grow your skills, and you want to learn from the best, and we have the best leadership that there is, hands down. So I just encourage everybody to put their head down and stick with being consistent and listen to our leaders.
Absolutely. And you know what? I wrote this down. I wanted to give Damari a shout out. So Damari, way to go. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. And you know, your first Team Elite episode, Team Elite TV episode, happens to be one where we're coaching on what to do, you know, when things aren't going your way. But definitely don't want you to be discouraged. Definitely don't want you to be nervous. It's just reality. It's just life. But when you win in this business, you win so big. You change absolutely everything. And I want to encourage you that it's 100,000% worth it for you to stay in the game and to go the distance. All right, so way to go, Damari. And I also want to just give a big shout out to Veronica Wilson in the United Kingdom. You know, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning right now in the UK, and Veronica is on here live. And I know that because I'm in her WhatsApp chat groups, and some of the folks in Jamaica, where she's originally from, their power is out, and she's just feeding back to them the nuggets from the training. So, Veronica, you're a great leader, and we're looking forward to seeing you take your place at the top. Hey, before we wrap this up, looks like Sam logged off and logged back in so that she could share. We were looking for you earlier, Sam.
I know, guys. I'm sorry.
So go ahead and chime in here and share some pearls of wisdom.
Yeah, you know what? I loved everything you guys said. I loved all the feedback from everybody. And you know what? Here's one thing that I learned. And when I first heard it, I didn't quite grasp the magnitude of it, but it certainly is pertinent to today's topic. And that is, and most of you probably heard this, but for things to change, we have to change, and for things to get better, we have to get better. That's all that this is. You know, when you're keeping track of your activities, you have your activity log, you have your calendar. That's all it is getting better every single day and making those permanent changes to yourself every single day in the positive direction. And you know, and another saying is practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So the more you practice this activity, the more you practice being better, the more you practice change in the positive direction, the more it becomes permanent in your life. So keep that in mind, guys. This has been a great episode. I sure hope everyone took some great notes, and I hope, just like we said last week, you know, knowledge isn't power. It's the power is in the application of the knowledge. So if you just take notes and let them sit there on your desk, it's not going to do you any good. So make sure you apply all the knowledge that you get here on all these episodes.
Man, that's awesome, Sam. That's really great. Hey, everybody, I hope you wrote that down. Practice makes permanent. And just think, the success that you create here, you want it to be permanent. And so the way you do it is you practice what we teach you. So way to go, Sam. And we're really glad that you pulled over, because at first it was making us real nervous.
You know, it was making everyone nervous, let me tell you.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she's driving. All right, awesome.
Hey, no excuses to miss, right?
Absolutely. You see, there it is again, guys. Look, I mean, obviously Sam's got to go someplace, and here she is. She's still taking the time to, you know, hey, come on, Ron.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to do a cameo real quick. Here's my friend Patty. She's next to me here. Patty, say hi.
Hi.
How much weight have you lost so far?
Oh, I've lost 9 pounds.
She's lost 9 pounds so far on Zen. Yeah. So there you go.
Awesome, awesome. Way to go, Patty.
All right, guys.
Everybody. This has been a great episode of Team Elite TV, episode 53. This is our spot check, our halfway point through the month of April. And we just kind of wanted to have some heart-to-heart conversation about what to do. I hope you found this encouraging. I hope that if you're doing great, you're encouraged to keep doing great. If you fell a little bit behind, I hope that you know what to do. You'll raise your hand and grab one of us so that we can help you tweak what you need to tweak. And if you're brand new like Damari, man, hey, now you know where all the landmines are so you can avoid stepping in them, right? So good stuff, everybody. Have a fantastic week. This will conclude episode 53 of Team Elite TV. Let's rock it.
Good night.
Good night. Have a great week.
Bye.